¿Qué tal, mis amigos? It's Paul Saucido. It's a Saucido Slant, that's right. It is the last week of 2008, going into '09. And sorry we didn't get up earlier today. Having some technical difficulties, but that is A-OK. We wanted to make sure that we got the good sound, the good images, because we're going to get a little heavy today on the show. Get the funk out, get the hate out of '08 so we can be great in the '09. All right. Been looking forward to this. Been reading and talking to a lot of friends this weekend about what is going on with the ban on gay marriage. And if you go to latingossip.com, there's a story on actor from Mexico, Eduardo Verastegui. And it looks like he's having a hard time finding a new job in Hollywood. This year he starred in a film called Bella, which got a lot of critical rave reviews, his performance as well. And this is actually a big surprise for me, because the last time I saw him do anything in English was the movie Chasing Papi, which is going to go down, no doubt, in history as one of the worst Latino films of all time. And he did not help being in that lead role. But that's a whole nother story. That really is a whole nother story. In October, he came out in Hollywood against the gay marriage and purposely fought to put an end to gay marriage. And we are now, since we are a land of, free speech, even to people who aren't necessarily U.S. citizens. That's how tolerant we are, I feel. This gentleman, Eduardo Verastegui, stated his case. That's how he feels, whether it's sincere or not. You got to respect a person for where they're coming from. It's like, all right, dude, I know how you feel. I'm good with it. This is how I feel. And supposedly here, they're saying that despite the success of Bella and him coming off the wave of that, he can't get a job in the Hollywood community. Now, it might not have been the smartest thing for him to come out against gay marriage working in Hollywood. I don't think he understands, and even if he did understand, it's just one of those things. Maybe he just should have bit his lip and got some work, and so he can keep on working. It's it's a tough thing for us to swallow sometimes when we have to swallow our pride, but in the end, it's just it's how we feel. It's our pride, and we can do what we want in the privacy of our own homes. But being from an society such as Mexico, he probably felt it was kind of important that he let people know that he's still straight in a sense, and has these hardcore views, and maybe he can get telenovela work, which reportedly that's what he's trying to do now, which is always a sign of these novela actors coming to the States, training, trying to get work here, getting work on marginal stuff, and if it doesn't work out, they go back to Mexico and they get to do telenovelas, and they get too much money for the god-awful acting, and that is their little routine. And I personally know some of these actors, and I'm not even bothered by his stance. I'm more bothered that he's a horrible actor, honestly. But this has got me talking, and it seems like there's going to be a good 30 to 40 years before this generation that is younger than mine will sweep into the majority, and get it on the books to where gay people can be married by law. But let's just put that on pause for a second. Why don't we just do a what if? I would love a what if right now. What if we put a ban on straight people marrying for 10 years? Total ban. They couldn't get married. They can't divorce. They can't do anything. They just got to live with what they got for 10 years. And in that same time, those 10 years, we let gay people, gay and lesbian people marry. We let them adopt. We let them open up their houses to orphans, to babies and all that stuff. Let them, give them a loving home, and we see how they do. We see how their divorce rates are. We see how their their influence on education and a tolerant society. You have a group of people who will be more well off, more mentally stable, definitely coming from loving homes. Let us not forget it is the gay and lesbian community that, since the dawn of time, has given us culture, art, beauty, has defined it for us. Besides all the practical things that people who happen to be gay and lesbian have invented and contributed in this community, in our society, it's just a moot point, man. We got to move on. We need to move on. And whether this guy, going back to Eduardo, really is that much of a that homophobic, or believes that much in the church, definitely stories of him being Ricky Martin's past lover, definitely makes it interesting. His case. I would have liked Eduardo to use a little bit of smarts before mouthing off, especially in a community such as Hollywood. You pretty much shot yourself in the foot, dude. You just don't do that. And that brings up another point, is that, not being from here and not surveying the landscape of where you're at, dude. It's pretty insulting. It's pretty insulting that you think you can come here based off your good looks, get work, do what you want, say what you want, and not feel the consequences, brother. So I hate that you're not getting work, because two wrongs don't make a right, obviously, but what you reap is what you sow. So I think we should do a ban on straight marriage. I'm really not joking. So that is the Saucido Slant. That is our stance here. R being me, us being me. That is my stance. Let's just ban it for 10 years. The gays and lesbians try at it for 10 years. Our divorce rate is ridiculous, even though it's gone down the last couple of years. But just because police brutality goes down for a couple of years, it still doesn't make it right. It's not like we have protected the sanctity of marriage. We've done a horrible, god-awful job, if you want to get religious. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about some nice things. My friend Adriana Gascoigne, who is a internet guru, put a link up on Facebook, and it is 10 things science says will make you happy. And I like this list. Let's go from 10 up. Give it away now. Make altruism and giving a part of your life. Number 9, get out and exercise. You gotta do it every day. Number 8, say thank you like you mean it. That's important. Thank you, Eduardo, for your opinion. Thank you. Number 7, smile even when you don't feel like it. Ooh, that's a good one, especially in front of your bosses. Number 6, make friends, treasure family. Enough said. Number 5, take initiative at work. If you don't invest in what you're doing, then how can you care in what you're doing? And having a job nowadays is really important. Number 4, have meaningful goals. When you have a meaningful or significant goal, like raising moral children, oh, thank you, or learning a new craft, you're much happier in life than people who don't. Number 3, put money low on your list. Put money low on your list. That's pretty important. It says people here who have put money high on their priority list are more at risk for depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. So I got a lot of self-esteem. But I know a lot of people that put money high on their list, and they're miserable. You know who you are. Number 2, avoid comparisons. This is great because we compare ourselves. It can be damaging to our happiness and self-esteem. And the number 1 thing that science says will make you happy, savor everyday moments. That's right. Stop and smell the roses, especially with ordinary events. On the next show, we're going to do this in 2 parts, but on the New Year's Day show, we're going to have Josh Shepard from the Backline on with us, and we're going to go over our top 10 albums of 2008. That's right, our top 10 albums of 2008.
Me levanto en la